Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Learn what it is about you that turns on women. And before I even really get into that, this ain't for newbies. This isn't for virgins. This is for some guys that's at least been with a few women that they didn't have to pay for. Because one of the things I've seen is that there's a lot of guys, they can get a woman and they can get a woman. They don't really need coaching at that. In fact, they can get a few women. They've had a few girlfriends. Some might have been married. But one of the things I've noticed is a lot of guys really don't know what it is about them that turned on the woman, period. So I'm focusing on that. If you're one of those guys with no sexual experience, don't put a comment saying, well, I don't know what it is about me that turns on a woman. Okay, well, can't really help you if you haven't been with a woman. I've said in a video in the past few days, I've lost my patience with remedial stuff. I'm helping the guys who've been with women. Because if you're going to call me a coach, coach don't take newbies. Coaches don't take newbies. That's for like a clinic or something. All right. So for the guys, other guys, see a lot of guys, they've gotten with a woman. Because I found with just different comments, people hit me up privately and stuff. They still getting with somebody. Even when I do some consultations. Like I said, most of my consultations are with guys who have no problems getting women. And they get multiple women. They usually talking about managing them. But then I get some guys and they're not sure what to do. They've been with a couple women here and there, but they're not sure what to do. And some have hit me up by email, all of that stuff. Well, here's what it is. It's obviously something. If you got with one woman, it was something about you that she wanted to get with you. If you got with two, okay, boom, there's something about you. Now, a lot of guys, they might say it's luck, but no, it was something. Because the only thing those two women, or if you've been with three women, the only thing they had in common is you. The only thing they had in common, no matter how much they look alike, no matter, even if they came from the same social class, whatever, it's still you. Even with the tribe, your tribe is going to be the only thing, the women in your tribe. And your tribe, to be clear, are the women who are naturally attracted to you. The only thing they have in common is you. So this requires that you look at yourself. Now, let me use myself for an example. I don't tell people anything I haven't done myself. Now, people know I emphasize body game. And, I've had some detractors say, well, you don't be focusing on the face and stuff. That's because in my philosophy, from personal experience, the face wasn't major. When I've had sex, like long-term sex, with women who didn't comment about my facial features. I mean, seriously, several women. Their first comment wouldn't be, only time they would even comment, I say the majority of them, is if I fish for comments. And they just give me some basic, oh yeah, you're handsome. It was like, that wasn't the main thing. I emphasize body game because the thing they would say is your body. So one of the main reasons I've turned on women is my body. And then also just my general demeanor. And then, just being able to talk with them. I get a lot of women who are more on the intellectual side. Okay, that's me. That's me. Like the party girls, the ones who just want to do all of that, got with a few, but it's tough. And I usually had to dumb myself down. So, but that's me. So I say, okay, that's the type. Usually that with me, it's usually that woman who's a little bit more intellectual and more, they ain't gonna try to come off as baddies for the most part. Been with some baddies, but for the most part, the type who could be baddies, I put it like that. They're more natural in their appearance and stuff, more subdued. They ain't gonna put on the caked makeup and all of that. More natural. That's me. And the main thing it was about me was body. Even regardless of what they thought, it was always body that turned them on. Hence, I push body game. And hence, I know from personal experience, it ain't always the face. To this minute. To this minute. Now, for somebody else, it could be the face. It could be the face. For somebody else, it could be the height. For somebody else, it could just be the attitude. Could be like, you know what, you're totally irreverent. And the women who like that, they turned on by it. Because see, understand something with women. Different things trigger them. Different things triggered them. All women ain't triggered the same way. Even when I talk about body game, I said, yeah, some women, you gotta be totally cut and muscular. Some other women, you just gotta be a big old dude. You know, you gotta be a big old dude. Other women, shoot, you gotta be real slim. You know, some women, I actually met a woman, I'll never forget. She said she prefers shorter men because she felt like they work harder. You get some women, they turned on by older men. So you always got to ask yourself, okay, what is it about me? You know, sometimes, and women, if you pay attention, they'll give you an indication. Using my own personal experience, they would always say something about my body or want to do something to the body. They would always comment. Like I said, they ain't really comment on face. They comment on body and something about my personality. It might be that for you. It could be your skin complexion. You know, it could be your grade of hair. It could be your fingernails. Hey, women be looking at everything. It could be your shoes, how you dress. Just figure it out. And it's simple to figure out, really. It's simple to figure out. When you got with that woman, what was going on? What was your body type? You know, did you have a haircut that day, or were you just looking rough? You know, were you looking rough? You know, were you looking clean cut or rough when y'all got together? What else? Shit, it could be you had your beard game. You know, could have been you were clean cut. All you had to do is just think about every single woman you got with. If you got with 2 women at least, start there. You start there. Just put the notes together in your head. And indeed, you could throw in like some women that the most you might have done is like slopped her down. You kissed her. And I mean serious tongue kiss, which for women, you got some women who will give you a blowjob before tongue kissing you. Kissing is very intimate with women, extremely intimate with women. So you count that too. Like I say a situation where y'all might have kissed, but circumstances where you were, you couldn't get any more. I'll count a situation where a woman might have just gave you a blowjob. Okay, what were you doing? How was your behavior? Look at it and say, oh, you know what? I was wearing clothes like this day. I had a don't give a fuck attitude. You got to look at all of that stuff. And the beauty of it is you don't have to think about what the women are doing. Shout out Mr. Lucario. He always says the game is inside of you. It really is. It's really more about you. It's more about you. You know what it is about you that gets women's attention. You have to know it. Not speculate, not speculate. Because because I have a real issue with some guys saying, oh, you got to do this or that. Maybe for you, Even when I talk about body game, I say your best body. Now I say that from personal experience, but I also say that from talking with many women and also talking with some dudes who knew what was up. And they always knew what it was. But it wasn't body game for everybody though. I knew this dude, I remember him from high school. He was getting all these women, but he wasn't muscular. They ain't never talk about how handsome he was. I actually asked him, he said he makes them laugh. He was a funny dude, so it was like, okay, it could be making them laugh. See, you got to find your game, but you got to look within, and you got to take a hard look. You got to look for the commonalities. What was in common with the women you got with? And there's going to be some. Like what did you have going on? And how they respond to you? You have something. Because then once you know what it is within you, then you could really work on it. If you know it's your body, you'll say, okay, like shout out Shophar. We talked about boiling point. We talked about boiling point in a video. I'll put a link to that video in the description box. You know, what was your body type when you were getting women? What was your body type when you weren't? You know, what was your facial hair? You know, what was your facial hair? Did you have facial hair, or were you clean cut? What was your haircut? Pay attention to all of that. And then it's like, okay, when I got a certain haircut, when, you know, you look a certain way, when you're a certain weight, when you're wearing certain clothes, when you're in certain environments, you get the women. When you in other circumstances when those things aren't present, you don't get the women. Voila. So you got to look within. All right. So anyway, that's all I have for today. I'll get back with y'all later. Peace and blessings.